Yeah, so I wanted to talk about karma because this is a real serious issue. You know what I mean? I don't want people walking around with their heads down thinking that, oh man, I done this in this lifetime. I got all this karma built up in my spirit, recorded on my spirit. No, you don't, man. No, you don't, sister. You know what I mean? All you have to do, I mean, at first, like it's so crazy how we are so, we lack so much information, dude. And it's like when you find this information out, you like, man, like what the hell was I doing these past 20 to 30 years, you know what I mean? Not knowing nothing. I've been sleepwalking, you know what I mean? And when you find out that God, the universe, the almighty being, does not care about your faults, they say, okay, it's going to be a judgment day when you die. That's that accumulates fear. That, oh man, when I die, man, I'm gonna have to meet God, and He's gonna tell me, He's gonna be yelling at me, and He's gonna kick me in the face, He's gonna power bomb me on the side of the edge of a table. You know what I mean? He's gonna summer slam me and suplex me off the off the altar in heaven, man. You know what I mean? Like it's like, nah, it's not even like that, yo. It's this world, man, that we live in, the parasite ego that needs to feed off your fear, guilt, and shame. So they're gonna tell you anything to keep you projecting that fear and guilt because they know that that's what keeps them alive. So they're gonna make you feel wrong about doing right at all times. There's nothing in this world that can't be changed, that can't be you can't be redeemed for. I don't care if you're the most worst human being that committed the worst act of so-called sin or the worst act of, you know what I mean, destroying your race or whatever you might say. There's nothing that can't be uh uh made perfect again. You know what I mean? Before you came into this thing, you were a perfect being. The only thing that made you imperfect is living life. You know what I mean? Living inside of this short lifespan that we think is real. You know what I mean? This illusion, living inside this illusion. So I want to talk about how karma is erased, because if you have any karma from a past life, this life, or any type of karma that you may accumulate at any time, or any life or whatever, that can easily be burnt out. But it's not an easy task that you can just jump up and do, because if you are really deep into the world or whatever, or if you just got a life where everything is dependent on you, um, for existence and survival, it's not going to be that easy. So you have to put yourself in a situation to where it was like, okay, I feel like I want to just give everything up and just burn out my karma so I would never have to come back into the human being existence ever again. All you would have to do is starve yourself, because when you self-sacrifice, you're actually burning up all your actions that you have accumulated in this life or the last one, because the reason why you're in this lifetime is because of maybe the last lifetime. You know what I mean? If you was like, okay, you were like 25 in the last life, and you lived a regular life, but you did a couple things that might not have been right by, you know what I mean, the human race or something like that. You would probably come back in the next life and live life to be like a 10-year-old boy, and then you might die of like some type of sickness or something. Or, you know what I mean, that would symbolize that, you know what I mean, at dying as a baby or a child would mean that, okay, you really don't have any more karma, and you really don't have to come into the human being existence, because I know, you know what I mean, that this life that we live is a learning process for us human beings. You know what I mean? We wouldn't be here. So when we come in the flesh, forgive them, universe, and God, for they do not know. You know what I mean? So actually starving yourself or fasting, creates the fire to the altar. The ego is the reason why we have karma, because we have to interact in life. We have to participate in this ignorant world that we have created, and this psychotic disease called the ego is running our lives. So now this is how you starve it out, by fasting until you die. You know what I mean? But I call it burning out. You just burn out. You know what I mean? Don't eat anything. Just don't drink anything. You know what I mean? But this is somebody who's serious about, you know what I mean, spiritual that's really hungry about, spiritual appetite, receiving the next level of spirituality, you know what I mean, by leaving the flesh. You know what I mean? You step up like boom, you know what I mean? So basically, karma can be erased just within a blink of an eye. You know what I mean? So guilt and shame and all these screwed up, crazy emotions that we've created don't really exist. They only exist in the mind. No human being should be walking around here with their heads down, thinking that they're gonna get the ultimate punishment of going to hell. You know what I mean? If you just if we will research the great sages and the old, great masters of spiritual wisdom and knowledge, they would just be like, you know what I mean? You have to know what's within, you know what I mean? So your life can be, easy and flow naturally like a river, you know what I mean, on the outside. So bring forth what's within in your spirit, and then you will know that you're only dealing with yourself. There's no enemy out here. There's no, oh, it's them, it's them, it's them. We're the enemies of our own selves. And when one human being does like self-sacrifice for just a little while, you see the effects. You will see the effects everywhere. You will see it in different states, different countries. Catastrophes, tsunamis. You're gonna see it. You know what I mean? Because I don't think they're really telling you what's really going on in the world anyway. From the earthquakes and all the natural disasters, they're not putting everything out there. You know what I mean? So then when you finally see something, you're like, oh man, that's happening. It's a lot of stuff going on. And then people say that, oh, when 2012 comes, then something big is gonna happen. Ain't no such thing as 2012. Stuff is already happening. You know what I mean? Humanity been in a cleansing process. I don't know for how long now. They say, like I said, they say stuff like that so they can keep you focused on a date. So you can be like, oh, when that happens, I'm gonna be gee golly whiz ready. I'm gonna have my hat on. I'm gonna have my shoes on, my nice shoes. You know what I mean? And we gonna go. We gonna get there. Cause they be telling me to go and all that crazy. They be telling me to go and all that, man. I'm dead serious, man. That's some real stuff right there. Ain't a day go by when they don't tell me to go, man. So it's like, yo, stuff has been happening. You know what I mean? We getting there. We getting to that next level of spirituality. You know what I mean? We already there. We just don't know it. You know what I mean? So when I be talking about these angels that be helping us out, it's just us, our higher selves. Like, yo, is you ready? You know what I mean? Yo, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You get out the car and everything, and you whisking your clothes off. You know what I mean? Shaking the dirt off your, pants and stuff. And then the homeboy that you got the car with, I'm waiting on you. We waiting on you. You know what I mean? What is you talking about? You waiting on me? We waiting on you. Oh man, dude, I don't know what's going on, man. What's good, man? Like, yo, I'm all about having a good time, man. Like, yo, man, when you eliminate fear out of your life, man. Man, I'm on the clouds, man. I'm on the clouds, man. You know what I mean? That's where you should be.